Every month, there's a whole bunch of businesses and people that I just mentor and I advise. There's a whole bunch of businesses that are maybe 2-3 years into doing what they're doing. They may have a website, they may not have a website. Some people they don't have any kind of marketing, but they do good work, and because of their good work, they kept on getting referrals from mates and referrals from builders, and they may have worked with builders and etc. And they contact me with, okay, I want to actually fire up some marketing or something that generates leads. And a lot of the time, it'll take me weeks and months to educate and build a relationship. And most of the time, I'll actually give them a list of homework that they can implement themselves. Because at the end of the day, all of these things come with a cost. It's quite costly to get a SEO optimized website built, Google Ads set up, the actual SEO process, because we need to overtake other competitors, and there's so many competitors out there. But a lot of the time, early on, there's so much that can be done by the business owner themselves, especially in the media creation, photos and things like that. It just comes down to how much free time they have, how much they value their time, how busy they are, and what their goals are with growth. But in this case, a common scenario that I have is, look, I've got a fair bit on, I've got word of mouth, and I'm scared because I can't really control word of mouth. I'm grateful and thankful that I'm getting the word of mouth, but I'm worried that one day that might dry up. That's a common scenario, and a lot of the time my conversation will go somewhere along the lines of, okay, let's have a look at your foundational assets. Let's have a look at your projects. So I'm just going to use home renovation, for example. Let's have a look at the work that you've done. Oh, I don't really have anything. Great, okay, that's something that you should start chipping away. You don't need to be a social media butterfly, but you need to press record and do a little bit of before and afters of whatever the job that you're doing. You need to organize that into media buckets, folders, simple. If you're doing a bathroom renovation, collect all of the photos from that one project there. Doing a kitchen, you're doing any kind of micro work, unless you've captured it visually, it's going to be hard to just simply say, I do this. There's 1,000 sites in Melbourne right now that says, I do bathroom renovations, okay? Out of those 1,000, I guarantee you, more than 50% don't have real photos. They're using stock images. Out of those, and I'm just making shit up, but this is just what I'm seeing. Out of those, barely 20% will have real projects listed, if even real photos. So that a lot of the time will be my first bit of homework. Then, hey, do you even have a Google business listing? This is all before you have a website or a domain or an email, but it's a no-brainer to get a Google business listing set up. So get that dot on the map. These can be a pain when you want to display your office environment, if you do have an office environment. Even recently, in the last few years, a lot of my tradies have been registering these listings to their home addresses, and they're happy to show their address. So if you do good work, you don't ever run into problems and dramas, and you're happy to show your address, then you can show your address. That basically gives you a boost on the rankings. Now, Google knows that it's a residential building, so it's not going to do as much result on the SEO front as if it was an office with a shop front and things like that. But nevertheless, register that Google listing, get your mates, get clients, get everyone to leave you a Google review. So easy homework is branding, images, videos of projects, something to show and showcase your story. Phase number 2 is the Google listing that goes up. Now, a lot of the time, Google will actually suspend this listing. They're trying to clamp down on idiots like Eugene over here that has hundreds of these, call them fake listings, but they're essentially just lead gen sites. And they want video proof of legitimacy of the business, signage, branding, that kind of stuff. So be prepared to follow their rubbish instructions on press record on the camera and show your street and show your signage. Now, if you don't have signage, then yeah, get those t-shirts made. Take the first step in a natural brand progression. Get a logo made, get caps made, t-shirts made, get some sort of signage. Maybe you might put your logo on your truck. Those are the kind of things that help you register the Google listing quicker. Okay, so the Google listing goes up. We've got some signage. Now, next is obviously a domain and some sort of a website. You don't have to come to me for a crazy build. If you've got enough leads, word of mouth, coming through the door, then you just need some sort of a landing page, business card type site. Believe it or not, these days I'm actually recommending like Wix or Weebly or Squarespace. You don't need me for that. You don't need to pay an agency for that. You just need to have some time. If you have that time, you create a trial with Wix or Weebly, pick a template, literally type in the word construction, pick a template, and within a few minutes, you've got a pretty professionally designed site. Now, once again, that will not rank, that will not progress through the ranks on its own. Even if it was WordPress, it wouldn't. There's thousands of other tradies that already have had websites for many years. Nothing's gonna happen. What is gonna happen though, is you're gonna use that as a digital business card whenever someone hits you up, or when your mates and other builders refer you. When you are getting those referrals, they at least have somewhere to go to check out your work. And also, a lot of the time, people will judge, he doesn't have a website, is he a legitimate business? I trust my mate who said that he does good work. These are the kind of things that just chip away at your chances of scoring reliably bigger jobs, right? You don't have a email set up, a professional email, you don't have a website, you've got no reviews. It's just gonna basically limit and minimize people that will consider you, right? They may have been chatting at a barbecue and, hey, who did your bathroom renovations? Oh man, you gotta get a hold of John. Oh, how do I find John? I'll send you his personal Facebook. And they jump on your personal Facebook and they see what they see, right? Or Instagram. So no website. If it's a substantial enough project, that person's I'm sure some people will go ahead. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're not going to get leads. I'm just saying you want to maximize your chances. So you're going to use this Wix or Weebly site as just a business card. And that will help you. That will get your business on the map. If you've got a Google listing, that will help you get your business on the Google map. But then eventually, hopefully it never happens. Hopefully you're overloaded with leads and you don't need to take the next step. But a lot of businesses want to grow meaningfully and at scale and control their lead flow. Now, this is where it's sensible to begin considering acquiring leads. And that generally for a tradie will happen from Google or search engines where people are searching for your services. They're searching for bathroom renovations, for example. So I know that every month there's 14,000 times a month that someone searches for bathroom renovations plus city, right? So what can we do? We can show up on Google Maps within a 5 to 10 kilometer radius by doing local SEO. We can switch on a Google ad, and that Google ad can simply say, if someone within a 10 kilometer radius or 5 kilometer radius or a specific suburb, doesn't have to be a radius, is searching for these terms, we can take that user out from Google and drive them to our website and a landing page with our incredible projects on bathroom renovations, right? And conversions will come, inquiries will come. If you have lots of projects to show, videos, photos of you and the team, the conversions will be cheaper. If you don't have it, if you've got stock images, in other words, the cost of entry is very low, anyone can fire up an ad like that, you're going to pay a lot more for the inquiries. You're going to have the inquiries, but and also the inquiries might be quite fluffy, because chances are you were the 5th or 6th website they inquired with, that you were just a middle click. I'm just going to submit and see who gives me the cheapest quote. So foundational stuff, 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up there. So domain, Google Business, basic website, Wix or Weebly, and then when you're ready for a scaled, controlled flow of leads, that's when you consider some sort of a paid. At that stage, I may have been working with you for five months, a year, sometimes 2 years. That is a big fucking bird. I was actually worried that I was going to steal my dog. That's a big bird. That's when you start considering hitting me up, or don't hit me up, too busy. Hit someone else up and say, hey, but that's where a conversation will be had about rebuilding to WordPress. Don't let anyone do SEO on a Wix or Weebly or Squarespace site. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying they can't rank. I'm just saying if we're going to run a 100-meter sprint and you get the choice of nationality and skin color, not being racist, I'm just observing who you're going to choose. That's right, Ghostbusters. I don't even know if that was racist. It's not racist. It's just who you're going to call, Ghostbusters, right? Oh dear, I'm going to get banned. I didn't even say anything. But what I'm trying to say is if we're going to run, if we want to get over there very fast and we have a choice between a Formula One, walking, a bike, what are you going to choose? Ghostbusters, not racist. I think you get the gist.